David Joseph DeVella and Patricia May Pine went to Washington High School in 1957 and met in their co-ed PE class. They quickly fell in love and hit it off at a nearby carnival and started dating. Then David graduated and joined the Marine Reserves as Patricia waited for him patiently. He came back in May of 1958. They got married on January 11, 1959 and had 4 kids, bought a new ranch in Dixon, California, and lived their lives together from then on. This just goes to show how life can transform and journey from the places you go and the people you meet to the things you love. How do you know when a love or passion for something goes too far? How can you tell when you lose yourself and it becomes you? Does it still define who you are? Or do you become a definition of it?
It all started when I was 13, and my mother gave me my first debit card. Of course, it was my money, but well, the spending expanded. Then a few years later, I received my first credit card, straight from my mom's account. The shopping continued. Years later, I was in heavy debt. I couldn't pay my rent, and many of my things were being repossessed. It was then that I realized, or that I admitted to myself, that I had a problem. I'm a shopaholic.
Too much of anything can be bad, exemplified by the American tradition of consumerism. The rise of consumerism can be traced back to after World War I, when technology and productivity both improved greatly. Right before the Great Depression, when credit was easy to come by, consumerism grew quickly. After the recession, this trend can be contributed to many factors, such as an increase in advertising, planned obsolescence, and wealth. More money led to more purchases, especially of products which made life easier. This saved time for many families from daily chores such as cooking and cleaning. Today, these products and trends are a staple in every American's life, causing us to become sedentary and spend more. So, how much has shopping affected you?
Why do you like to shop or spend money?
It's just habit for me.
Yeah, just, look around, find stuff, find anything you like, and you get it. Okay. Friends.
It just makes me happy.
Just,
you like to buy clothes?
Yeah. Okay.
Just keep up with fashion. There's always something new to buy, something new to wear.
I come to the mall like every week, but I shop.
How about you? I buy things like once or twice a month.
How much do I usually buy?
Yeah.
Shoot, I might go through sometimes $400 a month.
Okay, what about you?
About 100.
Does buying things make you feel better or worse?
Depends on the situation. If I have bills due and I spend and I go shopping and I can't pay my bills anymore, then I feel worse. But if I have the extra money, then I feel good about it.
It makes you feel great.
Like I said, you get to wear something new, and then you always have a new outfit, and you never got to repeat your wardrobe.
Is money an object when you are making a purchase?
Depends. If it's like really expensive, then yeah. But if it's just like buying shop like here, then not too much.
What is your definition of passion?
Love for something that you keep feeling for.
It's like something you want to do, but you don't even think about it. It's like, this is what you do, and this is what makes you happy.
Shopping is a part of our everyday lives, whether we know it or not. We live in a society where consumerism is an abundant, never-ending cycle. The economy thrives on the money from our pockets, and the money generated fills our pockets in return. It is inescapable. If it wasn't for shopping, we'd be growing our own food in our backyards and making our own clothes. What is unconditional love? Can a bond be so strong that it is almost unbreakable and so powerful that it can change a person's life? For Carol Marr, an avid dog lover, her relationships are full of unconditional love.
And my first dog I got, it was in '68. I was in 3rd grade at Parkmont. This is Loose Moor. So, adopted him from the Oakland SPCA. He was a 7-week-old terrier mix, and we named him Mickey. So and we had him until he was 13 years old, until he passed on. So he had first dog. The second dog, we couldn't wait that long, so that was Mickey too, because, you know, we liked the name. Unfortunately, we only had him for 6 years, and then he passed on. He had a tumor on his liver, and he was also went into renal failure very early. We had to wait a year before we could get another dog after that, and that was Barney. He was probably what I would consider my heart dog, and we adopted him from the Oakland SPCA too. I had 9 weeks, and I had him until he was 18 years old and 4 months. He went on, so that was a real long time. Then I had to wait like about almost 2 years after that. So I ended up with Toby, and that was like September 9th, and then 9 days later, Benny here was born. And it was interesting. He was one of a litter of 4. There were 3 boys and 1 girl. Toby wasn't sure about him, because it was sort of interesting because given the background on Toby, that he supposedly, you know, was raised with other dogs, it was sort of interesting that he just pretty much ignored Benny. And then he kind of figured, well, I guess Benny's here to stay. So then he just started playing with him. But it was sort of interesting because they were almost the same size when Benny came home as a puppy. And then Benny just grew and grew and grew. And so sometimes as Benny was growing, when he was running towards Toby, it was like this big Mack truck coming at this little VW bug. And Toby's eyes would just go boom, because he didn't know what to do. And I told him, well, you're just lucky. You've got this Costco-sized toy. Great value. Started out small, he's just getting bigger and bigger. So that's how many dogs I've had so far. So,
What is passion? How does passion define a person? How does it change someone's life?
passion, I think, is a passion for living, to enjoy every minute to its fullest, and to do all the good that you can while you can here on planet Earth. And it's just, I think a lot of it's sort of the golden rule: do unto others as you'd like to have done unto you. And it's just not for humans, but it's just for every living creature. You know, it's just, you have to exhibit kindness and caring and respect. I think what makes me passionate about my dogs is that, you know, they've added so much to my life, all of my dogs, you know, from the Mickey, the Mickey 2, you know, certainly Barney had a big impact, Fred, my sister's dog, and now these two, Toby. I think they define me in a way where I'm definitely more conscious that these guys depend on me. It's not like, I mean, sometimes it's really difficult when I have to work late, but, you know, they give me balance in my life. It's the real sad thing at work is I have a boss who basically, she said to me one time, I don't know what I'm going to do when I retire, and I think she really meant it quite seriously. She didn't know what she wanted to do, and I'm just thinking there, and she doesn't have pets, and I'm thinking, if she had more balance in her life, you know, and these guys remind me of the balance that, you know, work is work, and I'm there for a certain reason to do something, and it's probably to keep them in the lifestyle which they've become accustomed to. But I can't imagine myself without having dogs around. I mean, not only just as a runner going out there, but they're my companions, they're my family members. They're a part of who I am at this point in time, and I'm glad I wore my dad down so I can have dogs. I mean, you know, what more can I say? I mean, I've been really blessed.
This is how life transforms. This is how life changes. This is how love changes life. Sometimes we are what we love.
Since your full attention was all mine, the night was young.